Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So good to see you all. My name is Megan and today's video is going to be
just over 60 minutes long.
A gentle trauma-informed hatha class. For props, you're going to want 2 yoga blocks and a bolster and then a blanket just folded in a rectangle. If you don't have blocks, you can use like a few books if you have those, and then like a pillow, and you can be on your yoga mat. So like I said, it's going to be a gentle class. We're gonna start sitting down. We're gonna get grounded and do some breathing awareness. Then we will move through some gentle warm-ups, sitting down. We'll make our way to standing. We'll do a few balancing poses. And then we'll make our way back down to our seat. And then we will do a few more poses on the ground. And then we will finish our class today with our meditation. Just know that everything is always optional. Always do what you feel is best for you. So, you can always choose to come to a happy seat, or you can come to a child's pose, or, lay on your back. Whatever feels comfortable for you and your body. Don't feel like you're forced to do anything, because you're definitely not. You have the power. It's your practice. I should never have any sharp shooting pains or numbness and tingling. Please back out of a pose if it's giving you that. And let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna sit. I'm gonna sit on this bolster here. I'm just going to move the blanket to the side. Won't need it till the end. And then take a block on each side of the bolster. And then I'm going to sit on the bolster, planting my feet onto the floor in front of me with my knees facing up, if this is comfortable for you. And then I can just stack my forearms here. Stay right here if this feels good for you as we start to ground. You can close your eyes if you feel safe to do so, or you can let your eyelids just get a little heavy and soften your gaze, finding a point just in front of you to concentrate on. Another option, dropping your forehead here onto your forearms. All right, here we are beginning our yoga class, allowing us to start to come into the awareness of the present moment. Doing a body scan, feeling the soles of our feet pressed into the floor. Working our way up our ankles, our calves, to our knees, feeling our arms resting on our knees. Then to the top of our legs, to our sit bones sitting on the bolster. Bringing our awareness up through our spine, from the very bottom of the spine, the tailbone, all the way up, nice and slow. Low back, mid back, from the upper back, and to our neck. Up over the back of our head to the crown of our head and over to our forehead, our third eye, feeling that rest on our forearms here, feeling our awareness of our face, maybe giving our face a little wiggle, releasing tension, letting your teeth gently fall apart from each other, the top jaw, the bottom jaw, letting your forehead relax. And then bringing your awareness to your fingers, your forearms, as you start to let your upper body get heavier on to your knees, and then bring your awareness to our shoulders. In this safe little bubble here, we're safe here. We've come here to help us connect mind, body, and soul, to help us go within and find a place of healing. Then I want you to bring your awareness now to your breath. As you notice your inhales and your exhales. Feeling your chest rise and fall. Feeling the back of your body expand on the inhale and soften on the exhale. As we start to just become more and more in tune with our breath, begin to slow your breaths down, lengthening your inhales and your exhales to a comfortable pace. Let's do 10 breaths together. I will count them out. So when you're ready, everybody inhale and exhale. 10. Inhale. Exhale. 9. Inhale. Exhale. 8. Inhale. Exhale. 7. Inhale. Exhale. 6. Inhale. Exhale. 5. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale. 1. Return to your normal rhythm of breath. Taking a moment if you want to dedicate your practice. Maybe I'm open. I release. I let go. I am safe. I am strong. When you're ready, on your next inhale, lift your head up, bring it neutral. And send your arms up to the sky. Palms kiss. And bring your hands to heart center. 2 more times. Inhaling your arms straight up in front of you, up to the sky. Palms touch. Exhaling, bringing your hands to heart center. Last time. Inhaling. Exhaling down to center. Take your right leg and just send it under your left leg. Inhale, reach your arms up out to the sides. Exhale, drop your right hand or forearm. Reach over for side body stretch. Keeping your left hip planted into your bolster. Maybe taking your gaze down. See what that feels like as you breathe here. Maybe taking your gaze up very gently, or bringing your head back to center. Inhaling, bringing your arm that's up behind you, just kitty corner, and taking your front arm, grabbing your knee with the inside of your elbow, and then sit up nice and tall. Just a very mild, small, gentle twist here. And connect with your breath again. Maybe staying with your intention. I am here. I am present. I am safe. And then unwinding. Send your arms up to the sky. Exhale, drop your left forearm onto the block or your hand to the floor. Reach up and over. Drawing a couple circles with your nose here, maybe, if that feels good. Feeling your lungs expand along the right side of your body as you inhale. And as you exhale, just getting a little softer here. On your next inhale, send the arm up behind you, just barely, and then taking your left knee to your right, or your left hand to your right knee. Gentle twist here. Feeling the yoga mat beneath you, giving you security, stability, and safety. On your next inhale, unwind, send your arms up to the sky. Palms kiss, exhale, bring them down to heart center. Pause for a round of breath. Let's just take it to the other side. Unwinding your leg, planting your right foot in the ground, and then sending your left foot through that window here. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, dropping over to the right side, reaching up and over. Inhaling and exhaling. On your next inhale, reach up. Again, gently twisting from the navel, dropping your right hand onto your left knee. Gently opening the chest here, pressing your heart forward for a gentle twist. Finding a place to gently keep your gaze. On your next inhale, unwind. Send your arms up to the sky. Exhale, dropping your left arm onto the block and reaching up and over, side body stretch. Doing a little body scan. Noticing here anything in your body that's holding tension. That might be sore, aches and pains. Inhaling up, sending your right arm just gently behind you, and then taking your left elbow to your right knee. Gentle twist here. Last twist for now. Keep breathing. Having a moment of stillness can be difficult. We're not used to that. When we're used to going, that's okay. You're doing wonderful. On your next inhale, sending your arms up to the sky. Palms kiss. And as you exhale, bring them down to heart center. Great. Taking your hands to the side, unwinding. All right. So get your blocks here. We're going to do some balancing. And just help your blocks so you get up on to the ball of your foot. Tucking in your bolster here to the arches of your foot so you can rest your arches and your heels on the bolster. Big toes touch or close together. Don't have to touch. And engage your leg muscles. Squeezing your legs together for toe balance pose. You can keep your hands here on the blocks to help balance. Finding a spot to gaze at that doesn't move, that you can concentrate on. This will be your drishti point. So this is a spot you can gaze at to help you balance. Option here, take your hands to heart center in prayer. Gazing at that spot. Pressing the balls of your feet into the floor, engaging your legs. And if you fall out of it, no worries. It is not serious. We're just here to get a little mindful. So if you want to, you can join right back in. Taking your hands to the blocks if you would like. Really expanding through your collarbones, dropping your shoulders. Stay for one more round of breath. And then when you're ready, keep pressing into your feet. We're going to make our way up to standing. Whew. And then just step in front of the bolster so you're not bouncing there anymore. Leg muscles activated. I want us to just rock back and forth here on our feet. Okay? We're going to be doing some more balancing poses. So just rock back and forth from the heels, over the arches, to the balls of your feet, and to your toes. Okay? So Pada Bandha, which means footlock in Sanskrit, is important for balancing. And what it is your heel. I'll just show you real quick. Your heel, your big toe ball mound, and your pinky toe ball mound. So like under your pinky toe and your second toe from pinky. So press into these three places on your foot, and it creates almost like a suction cup. This helps you stay rooted into the floor and helps with balancing poses. And then just go in a few circles here. Just rolling across the Pada Bandha. Bending and straightening your knees and then taking it the other way. Feeling that connection with our mat. Our mat's always here to hold us, to give us security, to provide safety. We can always come to our mat when we're having a hard time, and it never judges us. Now take your right foot and just come over onto the top of the toes, stretching the top of the foot, putting light pressure here. Stay here for a few breaths. And then releasing it, bending, straightening your legs. And then taking it to the other side, left side, just pressing into all 5 of the top of the toes, stretching the top of the foot. Then releasing it. Spreading across all your toes and then dropping the toe pads onto the mat. Activating our Pada Bandha. Micro bend in the knees here. Send your tailbone towards the ground. Then begin to pull your navel into your spine. Lift your heart. Let your shoulder blades come together, spreading across the collarbone, palms face forward. And then your crown of the head towards the sky. Chin parallel with the mat. Mountain pose. Feel yourself here steady and strong. Keep breathing. Nice, steady, slow breaths. And release it, shaking it out. Okay, we're going to start balancing, planting your right foot into the floor. Come to mountain pose again, but this time begin to lift your left knee, bending it, maybe coming onto the ball of that left foot or the toes. Option to stay here for one-legged mountain, or keep a bend in your right knee. Lifting your left foot off the floor any degree. Finding your drishti point, that point you can gaze at that helps with balance. Stay here for a few breaths. And then on your next exhale, very gently, softly put that foot down. Again, releasing the mountain. Inhale, send your arms forward and up. Palms kiss at the top. Exhale, lean over towards your right, very gently. Inhaling up to center. On your next exhale, lean over towards your left. Inhale up to center. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Stay for a round of breath. And then release it. Make your way back to mountain. Let's take it to the other side. Micro bend in both knees. And then again, bend your right knee coming onto the ball of the foot or the toe. Activate your Pada Bandha in the left leg. And then option, you need to lift up your right leg to any degree. One-legged mountain pose. And your next exhale, softly set it down. Whew. Good work. Inhale, bring your hands to heart center in prayer. On your next exhale, Send your right arm forward and then send your left arm down by your hip and then behind you, rotating so both palms are facing away from you. And then keep your pelvis facing forward, twisting from your low rib cage. Open it up, this twist here. Breathe. Feeling your connection from the earth, sitting up nice and tall all the way to the crown of the head. On your next inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, palms kiss, still twisted here. And then exhale, bring your hands to twist to the side. Then your next exhale, twist back to center. Let's take it to the other side. On your next inhale, send your left arm forward, palm facing away from you, and then send your right arm down by your hip. Rotating the palm now, both palms facing away, sending your right arm back. Reaching your palms away from each other to the front and back of the room. Keep your pelvis forward here, and then just twisting from the low rib cage. On your next exhale, come to a twist facing the right. And then let's bring it back to center. Release your hands. Stay for a round of breath. On your next inhale, send your arms straight in front of you up to the sky, palms kiss, side bending towards the right, pushing your hips to the right. Coming up to center, staying for a round of breath. Next exhale, leaning over towards the left, pushing your hips to the left. Then inhaling up to center. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. And then releasing your hands beside you, coming to mountain. We're going to add on here. So planting your right foot and then coming to one-legged mountain, whatever degree felt good for you. Bring your hands to heart center. On your next inhale, come to that revolved, twisted position, keeping your hips forward. Revolved one-legged mountain. On your next exhale, bring your hands to prayer at the side. And then gently coming to center and releasing. Woo! Stay for a round of breath here, pedaling your feet back and forth. And another breath. One more. On your next inhale, coming to mountain pose. Option, coming to one-legged mountain. Bring your hands to heart center. Keeping your hips facing forward, revolve your mountain, revolve, twist. And then bringing our hands to prayer at the side. On your next inhale, come back to center. Wobbling is okay. Release your foot. Release your arms. All right. Good work. Let's do another balancing pose now called tree. Grab your block, take it to the inside of your right foot on the lowest setting. Excuse me. Bend your right knee. And then take your left foot, externally rotate it. You can leave it here on the block, putting your toes and the ball of your foot here on the block, and then your heel on your calf, using it as a kickstand. That's one option here. And then bring your hands to heart center. Or option, you place your whole foot on the inside of your calf for tree pose. Finding your drishti point, activate Pada Bandha, micro bend in the balancing leg. And then maybe option, slowly send your arms up to the sky, keeping your hands in prayer as we grow our tree. And then as we start to bloom with the branches, opening our arms. Option, swaying in the gentle breeze. And then flipping our palms down, wiggling our fingers gently, falling leaves, falling all the way to the ground. And then releasing our hands to our sides for a nice still tree in the winter. Releasing that foot down, pedaling your legs out side to side, noticing how your legs are feeling now. Your strong roots in your trunk. Let's take it to the other side. So taking the block to the inside of the left foot now. And then bringing our right foot externally rotating, our knee to the side. Resting our heel here on our calf. Micro bend in the standing knee, activate Pada Bandha, or resting the whole foot on your calf. Bring your hands up to prayer. Tree pose. Next inhale option, grow your tree. And then let your tree bloom, growing branches, taking your arms out to a V. And then maybe swaying in the wind, your branches. It's okay if you have to come back on the prop too. Both sides of our body might react differently, and that's totally normal. You might be exactly the same, that's totally normal. Flip your palms face down and let the leaves fall, wiggling your fingers gently, slowly. Taking your arms to your side for a nice winter rested tree. And then releasing that foot to the ground. Pedaling our legs. And we're going to make our way back down. So take your legs underneath your hips, and if you want to start to bend your knees, coming back to that toe balance, taking your hands onto the blocks. And then we're going to sit on the bolster. Great. Sending our legs in front of us. And taking the blocks under the knees. Inhaling arms out and up to the sky. This time exhale, bend your elbows to send your palms to face forward and cactus your arms. Inhaling up. And exhale, cactus. Take your right leg to cross over your left leg. Using the blocks under your knee, support the back of your knee. And then bring your hands to touch and then elbows and forearms. Inhale, lift your heart. Drop your chin slightly, eagle pose. And connect with your breath again here. On your next exhale, maybe bend forward for a little sleeping eagle, dropping your forehead to your thumbs. Then inhaling it up, lifting your heart again. Little baby back bend here, pressing your elbows up, keeping our neck neutral. And then sleeping eagle one more time. On your next inhale, coming up to neutral. Open your arms. Send them back up. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Take your hands to your side, unwind your legs. And now crossing.
Now cross your left leg on
our
top.
heels into the floor and the blocks to protect the back of the knee. Inhale, reaching your arms out up to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms. This time, maybe pressing your heart a little bit more forward. Inhaling up. Exhale, cactus. Sit up nice and tall here. And then bring your arms to center. Lift your elbows, drop your chin slightly. Eagle pose. On your next inhale or exhale, hinge forward, dropping your forehands to your thumbs, sleeping eagle. And then we're going to come back on your next inhale, lifting your elbows, dropping your chin slightly, lifting your chest, eagle pose. On your next exhale, sleeping eagle. And then coming back up to center, opening our arms back to goalpost. Send them up to the sky, palms kiss. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Unwinding our legs here. Take our blocks, come back to toe squat. And then come back up to standing one more time. Taking your legs wide, toes externally rotate, knees facing the same way. And then, reaching your arms up to the sky. Exhale, sitting back onto the bolster, yogi squat. Okay? So you can keep your feet close or take them a little bit wider, pressing the soles of your feet into the mat. Scoot to the edge of the bolster. And then take your hands inside of the knees, pressing your elbows into your knees and knees into your elbows, and then pressing every finger pad together here for yogi squat. Begin to pull your chest forward, tuck your chins slightly, and send the crown of your head towards the sky. Finding a point to gaze at. Again, checking in with your intention. Coming back to the here and now. Sometimes we do difficult things, our mind, to keep us safe in quotations, wants to tell us these stories. And we need to remember these stories are not always true. So we can connect with our intention to remind us why we came here to the mat today. 2 more deep breaths here. Full inhales, full exhales. When you're ready, extending your right leg, coming to a skandasana. Dropping your left hand. Optional, opening arm up to the sky for skandasana twist. Feeling your arm in the air, reaching. Like a wing that's open. Exhale, set. You raise your hands back to prayer at heart center. Recalibrate your spine. Sit up nice and tall. On your next inhale, slide your right foot in. Send your left leg out. Skandasana, low side lunge. And staying right here or dropping your left hand to the floor. And then sweeping your wing open. Gentle twist here. Taking our gaze wherever feels most comfortable for our body today. Feeling the earth beneath you again, keeping you grounded as you're flying open to the sky with one wing. And then exhale, coming back to prayer at heart center, sitting up nice and tall. Then bring that leg back, planting your feet together, maybe taking your blocks behind you. Placing your hands on the blocks, fingers facing towards you, and then gently lean back. You can rock your legs side to side, windshield wipering your legs. You can drop onto your forearms if that feels better. Mindful movement. It's okay to slow down in life. And it's okay to be present. Letting everything else go. Just allowing yourself to be here right now. Not judging yourself. Not judging anything. Just being here. Accepting it exactly how it is. One more time on each side. Place your hands behind you. We're going to come to a hero's pose. So just make your way onto your knees, and I'm going to turn my bolster lengthwise. And options here. Sitting on the bolster. Scoot your calves to the side. And then all 5 toenails on the mat. But if this is too much for your knees, grab a block. And we'll sit on the block so we're just a little bit higher, a little bit less compression in our knees. We're going to do a mudra here. If you'd like to join, it's a mudra that we can use to let go. And this mudra is called
Kasepana Mudra.
So begin to clasp your hands and then take your pointer fingers to touch, pointing forward, and then cross your thumbs one on top of the other. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nice, gentle embrace here. And then bring your hands to heart center, fingers facing up. Stay here for 2 breaths. On your next exhale, I want you to point your hands down towards the floor in front of you and think of something you want to release, to let go of, something that no longer serves you. Just stay here for a few breaths. On your next inhale, send your arms straight in front of you up to the sky. And as you exhale, imagine your hands are water from the waterfall and your head is some nice smooth pebbles at the bottom of the waterfall. As we exhale, we're going to just drop our hands down to brush the top of our head, our forehead, our nose, feeling the smoothness of our face, our lips, our chin. Then back to heart center. Pausing here. Feeling some tranquility and some peace from the waterfall. Let's do that a little bit faster. So inhaling at heart center. Exhaling, sending our hands forward. Fingers point to the floor, releasing something. And then as you inhale, send your arms up to the sky. Imagining that waterfall, and exhale the water as you lower your hands, brushing your face, cascading across the smooth stones. And then staying at your heart center for an inhale. One more time. Inhaling heart center. Exhale, release your hands, pointing down, releasing, letting go of what you don't need. Inhaling, send your arms up to the sky. Exhaling. Let's do that 2 more times, but I won't walk you through it. You just do it with your own breath. And then we'll meet right here when you're ready. When you're ready, bring your hands back to prayer. And release your hands to your sides. Sitting forward just a little bit to pull these props out. We're going to make our way onto our backs for 2 poses. We're going to use our blanket, so have it set to the side. Coming onto our backs, feet planted into the ground, right behind our sit bones, knees facing up, and then palms resting down by our sides. As we inhale, pull your navel to your spine, start to curl your tailbone, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae, lifting your hips up to the sky. And then never turn our neck here, keeping our neck neutral. Take our bolster, slide it under our sacrum, which is that triangle bone right above the tailbone. And then you can drop your hips down, finding a comfy spot for it so your back feels supported. Supported bridge. And then option, grabbing your blanket. You can rest it here across your abdomen for some comfort and support if you would like. Stay here for a few breaths. You can close your eyes or just keep a soft gaze. And remember, you're free to come out of any pose at any time. Remember where you are in the here and now. Continue breathing. On your next inhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips. You can scoot the blanket to the side and then remove the bolster. Rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae, planting your sit bones on the mat. And then rolling to your side, using your hand as a pillow. Coming up to a seat, we're going to do one more pose before we move into our meditation. Take your blocks, put one on the medium setting and one on the low setting right in front of it. So the lowest setting is closest to you. And then set your bolster on there, creating a ramp. We're going to come to supported fish. Have your blanket handy. And you can take your legs into butterfly, rolling back on to the props. And then you can place the blanket again across your legs here, your abdomen if that feels comfortable. Letting your neck rest on the props, spreading across the collarbones, palms facing up. Or another option, taking your knees as wide as your mat or your feet. Let your knees knock in on each other. Whatever calls to you, we'll stay here for several breaths. And then we'll move into the meditation. you come back to it, you can take your hands to the outsides of your legs. Bring your knees back towards each other. Then make your way to a seat. I'm just going to fold my blanket and set it to the side. You can always wrap yourself up in your blanket if you feel comfortable that way. So come to a seated meditation, or of course, if you would like to, you can lay down on your back with your legs extended, arms by your sides. I'm going to sit on my bolster, coming to happy seat with my legs crossed. Finding a comfortable position that you can hold for the next several minutes. Maybe you want to rest your hands, palms face up on your legs. Another option here, you can take your blanket, just roll it loosely into a nice long tube, and then wrap it around your waist for just a little bit of a hug. And then resting our hands on the blanket if that's comfortable. We're going to come to our meditation. So get comfortable. You can close your eyes, or again, find a soft gaze at something where we can just digest everything we just did and have a few moments before we return back to our regular schedules. Enjoying these last moments. I'll bring you out of the meditation when it's time. Feel free to totally relax here. As we slowly come back to our breath, feeling our chest rise and fall with every inhale and exhale. And then as we wiggle our fingers and our toes, bringing gentle movements back to the stillness as we make our way into a little bit bigger, gentle movements, maybe rolling our shoulders or turning our ear towards our shoulder. Very gentle. You can keep your eyes closed or gently begin to blink your eyes open, keeping the gaze soft. And then noticing now, doing a body scan from the top of your head to your toes, taking a moment to notice how you're feeling now compared to the beginning before class. Checking in with your breath. Does your breath feel any different from the beginning of class? Then bring your hands to center in prayer and bowing. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a lovely day.